What is up, everybody, and welcome back to your round two, take two of your favorite Wednesday night wrestling podcast with your host, Chuck Winchester, the RSH champion, with your host, Josh D. Board, and with your host, Yvonne D. Board. Sorry about that, guys. I know you were confused. When we first went live about 5 minutes ago, we had technical difficulties. Everything was plugged in. However, it did require a have you tried turning it off and on again? We did that. Everything works. We are here back live for round two of the RSH podcast draft. So far, I think we're all pretty even. I think we all have some pretty good picks.
Yep.
Yeah. And night two, and this is going to be the final night. So we're going to have 20 picks apiece. Night two done. And I think that's how WWE is. WWE will be too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So hell yeah, it's gonna be a fun evening. Plus, we have a lot of big announcements from WWE over the past couple of days. We have a new title. We have a match for that title to crown a new champion. Triple H does not like Roman Reigns. There's some drama there. CM Punk is coming back to WWE. It's official as of Dave Meltzer. And so lots and lots to talk about this evening. And also, guys, full disclosure, I have a real bad headache, neck ache. So if you see me making faces, it's due to pain. If you see Josh making faces, it's due to Cavaliers. So lots of faces unrelated to WWE tonight.
A lot of shit going on.
But you never know in RSH what we're going to do.
That's right.
Like we say every week. So
what are you going to do? And Yvonne, she hates Sasha Banks.
I don't like Sasha.
She was saying it off air.
I guess Sasha tells you what to do. You actually have to do it, I guess. Oh, my gosh.
When the forehead talks, you have to listen.
Unbelievable.
Because of her big forehead? No,
In her horrible fashion. Yeah, listen. Let's just listen to Sasha. Give me a break.
I get it. But yeah, so where we starting off tonight, Josh?
Well, the big announcement overall.
I like it.
There it is.
Yeah.
So the question is, new WWE Championship. What do you think?
As not only is it the new WWE Championship, it is the new World Heavyweight Championship, which used to be the Big Gold. This is a re-image WWE version of the Big Gold, which, people are like, they should bring back the Big Gold. You can't bring back the Big Gold. That was 30 years ago. You have to change. It's evolution. What does Triple H always say? Evolution has just passed you by. So if you want that belt, watch WCW and WWE for 2001 through when that retired, 2016ish. So I like it. I didn't like it at first, but then as I looked at it, because I thought the WWE looked like it was burnt on there, I was like, that's weird. But I do actually really like it a lot. It looks a lot like the Big Gold. It has like some IC title references that I enjoy. I like that belt a lot. So I do like it.
It's a nice belt.
It is.
It's a nice belt. But you can go to WWE Shop for $499.99 and buy it, and it will be at your door on November 1st.
There you go.
I already looked. I was like, it's got to be online. I was curious because the Bray Wyatt belt was like $7. Remember that $5,000 belt? I was like, how much do they want for this thing? But Triple H is apparently more marketing-wise. He's more reasonable.
Makes sense.
I like it.
I do too.
It's a good belt.
I like it.
Online
I love
right now.
the presentation. I love the description of why. Because Roman don't defend it, so here's what we want a fighting champion on.
And he didn't.
Whatever show he's not on. I like how he's like, whatever show Roman's not on, this belt's going to, which is going to be Raw. But there is a report today that USA is like stomping their feet, kicking and screaming on the floor, like, we want the bloodline, we don't want a belt. So
I heard that.
Do they care about Fox, USA more? We'll see.
I mean, that's true.
They both want bloodline.
They both do.
The fact of the matter is, UFC is fake because
I think if you're smart. If they were going to put bloodline on Raw, just put Cody and them on SmackDown.
I mean, sure, you got to split them up.
And then the flagship show, even though SmackDown's been their show for probably about 3 years now.
Yeah,
but you have 3 hours. You can sprinkle the bloodline in more in that show.
Sure.
But I'm curious to see. Because only certain superstars are eligible to be drafted on certain nights. And we don't know that list yet.
That starts on Friday, right?
It starts this Friday. NFL Draft tomorrow at 7. Continues Friday at 7, which is why WWE would want the hashtag draft trending with their name, because a lot of fucking interaction with their draft. Why would you not piggyback off the NFL draft? Very good picking your spot where to put this, Triple H. Very well.
Dude, smart.
Well done.
Say what you want about Vince McMahon, but Triple H may be just as smart.
Let's cut through the bullshit. Who wins it? Who should win this thing first?
So my Snapchat AI says Finn Balor.
Oh my Jesus Christ! My Snapchat AI says that Aretha Franklin's better than Taylor Swift. So I don't know if my Snapchat AI is very smart.
As much as I would like Finn to win, but
I honestly,
I'm gonna ask mine.
There you go.
If he says Finn Balor, something's up.
I think it should be Finn Balor, only because Finn Balor, if you guys remember, this exact scenario happened in 2016. The World Heavyweight Championship title and the WWE title were undisputed, and then they introduced the Universal as the new Raw belt, and Finn Balor won that one, immediately got injured, and he hasn't been in the title run since. I think it'd be good. Plus, he's leading the Judgment Day, which is hot right now. And instead of him winning it first as a face, he wins it first as a heel. And I think that could be I dig it. Seth Rollins is obviously a big pick, but
I said,
I think
he doesn't have an answer. He says, I don't know.
You got to tell him the situation first, because he doesn't know what you're talking about yet. So I had to explain to him what was going on, and then I said,
"Well, AI is everywhere." Yeah. There's one obvious answer to Seth Rollins, and there should be no other. It should be no other person. He got Cody reacclimated. He's been doing the dirty work for the last year.
Yep.
He wasn't in a major match of Mania. How good was his segment with Omos?
For
all the outrage, which I get it. I thought the same thing. I texted him like, "Hey, Seth's fighting Omos," and it's like, "Whoa, they haven't even interacted." So MVP comes out, and these are things that happen now that Vince is not in charge. They explained why things happen. So MVP said, "Sorry, Seth, I caught you off guard. My job is to get the biggest match from my client. You are the biggest match available, so I got it." And then Seth put him over like, "Dude, you undersell." He said, "You undersold your giant."
Yeah.
I've never seen a dude this big before. He's like, "This shit's gonna be fun," and smack your stupid head in the mat.
But just like Lady Gaga, you were born this way.
But like,
and Seth wasn't.
It was very good. And then I was watching Bebe's Raw recap, and he's like, "Anybody bitching now? Like, did you need any more explanation?" He's like, "I think they perfectly set that up, and now you have it's probably gonna be a fun match with Seth involved."
Sure.
Yeah.
Omos versus Brock was more fun than I thought.
Yeah.
Omos versus Strowman at Saudi.
That was pretty
You didn't see, dude. It was really good. It was like 10 minutes too, and I didn't think you'd get that out of those two guys.
I agree.
We've never seen this.
I'm almost becoming an Omos sapien. We'll see what happens.
Boy.
Is that what they call him?
That's his name.
Omos sapien.
Omos sapien. He said, "Where are my Omos sapiens at?"
I've never heard that.
Homo sapiens. That's what it's called. Homo sapiens. That's his fans.
Oh my god.
All right. I
dig
it.
Hey, they stretched, but
I dig it. I get it.
All right, Yvonne, who do you think should win it? And Randy Orton is not a viable option here.
I wasn't going to say
Theory, or any dude that's 6 foot tall with a six pack.
I was. Well, I would.
Yvonne's like, I quit.
I know.
You can't be 6 foot, 6 pack, looking good.
Can't be a heel.
I guess that would rule out Seth, but he has like an 8 pack.
Well, and he has long hair. She likes the short hair guys.
I got Seth.
It's got to be.
It's
got to be his
Seth.
reward for all the shit he's put up with the last year.
I can't argue with anything you guys have said, but I still want it to be Finn Balor.
You know who he's going to beat?
I like Finn.
Who? Cody. This is going to be part of Cody's.
I don't think so.
Cody's going to come. I think Cody's going to be in. I think they're going to do like a 5-way match, like Balor, McIntyre, Seth, Cody, Sheamus, some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then Cody's going to lose again, and he's going to be like, "I can't win any belt." And it's just going to be his hard time because his story's still with Roman, I think.
I agree.
So like everybody's like, "This is Cody's." No, Cody's story is not. Let's do all this. My whole career is the build. You come back, you lose, and then a month later you win a new introduced title. That's not the Cody story.
Cody's winning.
All one of you people watching, Cody's not winning that belt. If you think he is, you are the R word I can't say on the internet. And I mean it.
And if he did, it'd be like, ugh.
It's a waste.
Just like Mania, he didn't win.
But there's a way to build this belt up. You have to give it somebody with credibility. You have to give it somebody who's been a champion before. You have to give it to somebody who's over. You got to give it somebody who fans respect. It's Seth. Balor is a good choice, but he's lost like 8 matches in a row. He's about to get thrown out of the fucking Judgment Day. So like, it doesn't fit the story. He can be in the match.
Okay, how about this? I know it's only wait.
I'm sure he'll be in the match.
When is the Champions? That's like a month away.
27th of May. 3 weeks after Backlash.
Almost just a month.
I don't know if they're going to do a tournament or what.
I assumed it would be either like a tournament or like a fatal 5-way.
A multi-man. I've been seeing the fatal 5-way shit floating around.
So we could do it this way. Obviously, I agree that he has lost a lot with the Judgment Day. And
he's the only one.
He has like 18 staples. What are you going to do?
14.
And it's WB.
He has a shirt.
30. Yeah.
Buy their shirt. Go to WWEshop.com.
Picture number.
And obviously, we have the other champion as a heel. So this guy arguably maybe should be a face, right? So he gets kicked out of the Judgment Day.
I think that's where his move would go.
And as redemption, he gets kicked out for losing and then wins that championship. And it's like, fuck you guys. I'm the champion. You guys shouldn't kick me out.
I like that.
You know?
No, I think Bad Bunny loses to Priest.
Ugh.
I think Dominic keeps staying hot. Rhea's champ. Balor loses the title. And then after that, he's out.
I hope not. I
I
really
think
like
they're
him
trending that
I do
way.
too.
I mean,
And
I
he's not
agree.
the head guy there. Notice on Raw, I don't know if you've seen it because it's a backstage segment. I don't know what
yeah.
Hulu cuts out. He's standing there talking to Priest, and a girl goes over like, "Hey, Damien," and he's like, "Am I invisible?"
Yeah, I saw that.
That's
Then
a
he
little.
walks
And
away.
he's like, Priest, like, it's cool, bro. You got to get ready. And I was like, what the fuck?
I agree.
Yeah.
There
So
it is
Balor's
already.
No, I agree with all you.
and Triple H loves him as a baby face. I know this is my NXT day speaking. Triple H took over NXT. Balor was a heel. It changed like that.
Sure.
He does not, baby.
Well,
he does not view him as a heel.
Get heel. He's better.
He's
as
a
babyface.
over
his
his
entrance.
entrance. Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck
It'll be
WrestleMania. His entrance was his.
Now,
heel,
just
his
because
babyface
Balor
entrance.
doesn't win it now, everybody's gonna have a champion an opportunity.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, this opens it.
It won't be another
It
3-year run.
opens a lot of doors, dude. And this is, I honestly think this is a big time for Theory because I think, ultimately, I think Roman stays on SmackDown. I think Theory and Gunther swap.
They need to
And then if
swap.
Roman's not there all the time, that's Theory's show.
Yep.
That would be Theory's
I
show.
agree.
I'm sure there's going to be a secondary guy like they're talking about. They're going to put Edge over there.
Sure.
Mysterio will probably stay.
Yeah.
The Judgment Day gets thrown over there. They'll have secondary stars. This is Theory's chance because Roman's not going to be there all the time.
He's not.
And I don't know if the bloodline gets split.
I
What
don't
if
think so.
Usos lose to fucking KO and Sammy? Then they're like, oh shit. Roman's like, they just go to Raw. And Roman's the reason for that because they haven't talked since Mania. They have not been on screen. Maybe Roman's like, Paul, they lost again. I want them on I don't want them on my show.
I would like that. I've been thinking about it. I haven't thought about that. I was thinking about
Triple H.
if they win, it's so pointless
Yeah,
because Jesus
It
Christ.
is.
But
I
if
think
they
we
lose,
all know, like,
Where it's
and
going.
the
I like
seeds of
that
doubt
idea.
they posted in the like Sammy's head because Jimmy kind of gets lost in this story. And he's very, very big part of it as well.
Sure.
Just Jay stands out, Solo stands out, Roman obviously, KO,
They're
whatever.
all-
Jimmy's
they're all-
kind of the afterthought.
but they're all A players.
But on Raw this week, he was good. He
Yep.
went and found Sammy. He said,
He
dude,
did.
quit talking to my fucking brother.
Yep.
We're going to
Stop.
beat your ass. And what KO is going to turn on you? Haven't you guys turned on each other like 10 times already? And
Seriously.
dude, it has been a ridiculous amount, like 5 or 6
Yes.
that I can remember.
Yes.
So, like,
Since I'm
now
doing-
there's planted
Yep.
seeds, and Riddle is driving KO absolutely
You
insane.
get, his
He
face
is.
expression tells it
He
all.
was talking about
I love their
fucking,
acting.
yeah.
He drives me nuts too, KO. Believe me.
And then,
I like
It's like,
that.
just shut up.
so that the seeds of doubt are planted everywhere,
Shut up, Riddle.
and the story's just getting more and more
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, like I'll be really bummed if the Usos win on Friday, only
Yeah.
because what's the point?
Dude, if they do switch shows, I don't think they will, but that would be the best way to go.
That would be-
about it.
I like the idea
Roman's
of
like,
them
you know what?
done.
I'm
Paul.
down with you. Send him to Raw.
We get an opportunity. They failed. Out.
Done.
They're no longer part of the bloodline.
Don't make them eligible for night one.
Yep.
Roman goes number 1 to SmackDown.
Yep.
He watches the match. I don't even know if he's there. They haven't said anything. I don't even think he's there. Or you see Roman, he's like, Paul, make the call. Then on Raw, you
Yep.
see in the
We'll
third,
see
second
Paul
round, the
come
Usos
out,
go.
Yep.
Because Cody will be probably the first pick on Raw, you imagine,
Sure.
right?
Probably.
And then
Even
See-
who are our first picks? We got.
you went KO, Sammy first.
So actually, you picked Roman, you
Third.
picked Seth, and I picked KO and Sammy. So even the Usos weren't our first picks.
That should tell you something.
Nor was Cody.
It was
No.
Cody.
Cody was like 5th round.
Sorry, Cody.
But-
yeah,
But in WWE, he'll be one of the first.
He will.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I think there's some obvious people that are going to go to Monday. I think LA Knight would flourish a lot more with the
Yes.
3-hour show. There's people that just would
Sure.
benefit from more screen time. LA Knight is that guy.
Yes.
Absolutely.
If they're grooming him for Money in the Bank, they need to get him on Raw. He doesn't get enough time on SmackDown. Gunther and Imperial would be amazing on Raw to see. Just Gunther, fresh opponents. The same with Theory. They fought everybody they can. They need to swap,
Fresh faces.
freshen that up. Drew needs to go to Raw. Like Sheamus and all that shit, they need to keep them split. Like that shit's over.
I like
Lashley's
that.
fought everybody many times.
Everybody.
I want
Yeah,
Bronson. Right now, I'm picking Bronson Reed to take Theory's belt
I like it.
because
I can believe that.
I think they
just
have
returned last week, didn't he?
Yeah. Who?
Bronson Reed.
No, he's been around.
I know. I thought you did
No, a
last
couple.
week.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
I was all excited.
He's had 2 days.
And dude, his
That's all right.
tsunami thing.
It
The
is.
more he does it, the more you see the people standing like, oh, because that's a whole.
They like
It's
it.
like
growing.
it's getting over slowly but surely.
Sure.
and everybody backstage was like raving. Right now, I'd pick him to win that belt, and I think they just have bigger shit for Theory. How they want to do?
How are Reed's promo skills? Because I haven't seen him talk.
He doesn't talk a lot. He's all right. He's basic. He doesn't flash.
But his character doesn't really need it, though, does it?
No, not really.
Cool. Oh, I dig it.
He's a better face. Honestly, he's a face in NXT, and that's when he was getting looked at the main roster, and then Vince called him up and then fired him before he made it.
Did, yeah.
Even though he was North American champion when they fired him.
Exactly,
whatever.
that's weird.
That is weird.
But yeah, the draft should be fun. Before we get full blown into that, anybody have any thoughts about CM Punk hanging out at Raw Monday?
Let's talk about it.
I mean, we have to at least bring it up because the internet was ablaze. We're visiting my grandma, and I'm getting texts like, "Is Punk coming back?" And I was like, "To where?" Like WWE, and I'm like, "What? Are you guys okay?" And they're like, "He's there right now." And I was like, "You're full of shit." So I pop on Twitter, and CM Punk's trending number 2 in the world. And I was like, okay, maybe there's something to this. And then Sean, Ross Sapp, Meltzer, all them guys, all the writers are like, we'll have something in a minute. So I'm like, damn, where there's smoke, there's fire. So apparently he showed up, met with Tamina because Tamina was outside. He went in, talked to the Miz, who he told, and I quote, and I think, go suck a bloody soddy dick, you piece of shit. When Miz said, I'm sorry I didn't change the business or the industry or whatever Punk claimed to have done.
Sure.
So he cleared the air, and then he met with Triple H for about a half hour, cleared the air there because there was some beef there.
Sure. As there would be.
What do you take from that?
I take absolutely nothing from that. I feel like CM Punk has buddies in the industry, and he knows people in the industry. And he's like, oh, I'm going to go fucking talk to some people. Why not?
Yeah, they said he was flying out there, and a lot of WWE people were on his flight. He saw a lot of talent because they were all traveling. Sure. They go from Tampa back.
Yeah. And let's think about this as well. There's also at the same time, as of like last week, there are rumors that CM Punk is going back to re-debuting.
Apparently, he met with Jericho, Khan, and FTR today, and the meeting went okay.
So let's talk about controversy creates money and cash and viewers and all that bullshit.
Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, exactly.
Eric Bischoff called him a bitch on Twitter for going to WWE and apologizing to people.
Well,
he said, what a bitch. Then he said, how are you going to play a persona that you don't give a fuck about anybody and you don't even care about the company you work for, and then you go apologize to the company that you've slandered for the last 15 years?
Well, we all know that Eric
Bischoff is a bitch move. Let's be fair. It's a legit bitch. You've trashed the place. It's like you and me going to Ohio State and walking around like this. I love this place. And all we've done is bash it for at least 10 years we've been friends.
I don't agree with that. I feel like
I think it's a bitch.
There's a certain respect that you have for the company. He
does not. He sued them.
Well,
and he trashes them every other week on AEW.
Well, not in the last month or not in the last couple of months.
Since he left, but, he's too busy abusing dogs.
I don't know. I'm not. No, they abused his dog. So
something like that.
Yeah, that's the fucking the elite are the dog herders.
Michael Vick.
They kicked his dog.
I bet they were Falcons fans.
I'm telling you, if somebody kicked my dog, I'd be going ape shit.
Yeah,
exactly.
I happened at my wedding actually, and I went ape shit. So,
oh, dude, you want to hear something funny? So the Timberwolves point guard, after he lost last night, threw a chair and hit and injured 2 employees at the game.
Geez.
He got pissed that they lost and just started launching chairs.
Children, man.
Yeah.
And I think that's a problem that actually is perfect for this conversation, I think. It is.
I didn't mean it for
But what do you always say? Look at that segue. So
kids and dogs.
It's just when you're at this level, it's not really about money. It's about passion and opinions and whatever. And do I think CM Punk is kind of a bitch in real life? Yeah, probably. I think he
showed it in UFC.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just like
John Morrison won his first fight.
Yeah, he did.
He said, I did something Roman Reigns, Brock, nobody would ever do. I want a real fight. It's like, dude, shut the fuck. Then he said, I'd love to go back to WWE. It's like, you just talk shit about all their top stars. And then you're like, yeah, but I'd love to go back.
That's how
you're not going back.
No, I think that makes perfect sense, though, because you win a real fun, you talk shit. I think Brock Lesnar lost his real fight, so it makes total sense.
Brock won a couple real fights.
No, he won the championship, but he lost a couple of big ones.
He was like 4-2 or something.
Sure, but he lost his first big one to Frank Mir, who he should have destroyed, and then he cried his way into a rematch.
I don't know enough about UFC to know anything.
I don't either.
Frank Mir, he beat him with a toe hold. Brock Lesnar literally tapped out to his toe being hurt.
I saw a picture.
I'm just saying.
I saw a picture on Twitter of 2 dudes kissing while like curled up in a ball together. So I don't have any interest in UFC.
It's just as fake as WWE is, and I've been saying that for years. And
staged, not fake, staged.
Sure. But just as staged, whatever. And now all you fucking idiots who are like, you're an idiot. They're owned by the same company, so fucking fight.
And our company's worth more than yours.
Yeah, argue
Fuck
it.
off.
Argue they're not just a staged. But anyway, yeah. So I'd like John Morrison, but CM Punk. I'm not saying it's a bitch move. I'm saying sometimes you grow up, sometimes you mature, sometimes
I'm definitely not buying that CM Punk grew up.
Well, or sometimes you want to make more money, and maybe him going to Raw last night or 2 nights ago was a way for him to have Tony Khan pay him more money. Why not?
Now you're Yvonne. What do you think? Now you're going down my alley.
Yeah. Either way, it's a smart move.
He went in there and he's like, "Oh well, this bridge ain't burnt no more." I go over there and they piss me off. I'm gonna get fired. And then a week later, I know I can call Hunter like, "Hey, just say you have a fucking returning multi-world champion coming back to Raw. I'll be there in a week," and they'd probably do it.
Randy Orton did
and
the
they
exact
would
same thing.
They would just keep Seth away because them two are he's gonna kill CM Punk if he ever sees him. So
sure.
All right, Yvonne, what do you take of the
Not
CM Punk
much to
shit?
say. He cleared the air with people, but
What a bitch.
exactly. I might you said my
bitch.
words for me.
Like, I can't understand. It's like there's a lot of people in this world I don't like, and I talk shit about them all the time. I would never go and apologize to them.
And I was a big CM Punk fan.
Like, he walked out because he was too cool to fight Triple H or WrestleMania because that's not big enough for him. And then he bashed them. He sued them.
He did sue.
Well,
bashed them in the media for
injury.
5 years straight. He went after them in the media, podcast after podcast, after podcast, after lawsuit, after this, after this. Then he goes to AEW and he makes his promos off of, well, we're better than the other place. It's like, okay, so you sucked WWE's dick more. And then I guarantee you, he's probably like, I don't know if this is going to work, dude. All their higher ups hate me. You know, Kenny doesn't like me. Nobody in the locker room. The reports are nobody. There's few. Like Jericho will work with him, but he's reluctant. The Bucks won't even talk to him. So like they want to do FTR and Punk. Of course, FTR wants this match because it makes them bigger than they think they are. Because it puts them with Punk.
I hate FTR.
They're a good tag team, but they're Alpha Academy. Like they're good, and they're not even as entertaining as Alpha Academy. They're a good tag team, but they're not the best in the world or anywhere near it.
Of course, they want to work with.
But whatever.
Of course,
they're the same thing as CM Punk. Oh, we fucking started bitching and causing drama backstage. So Vince put him in whatever. Fuck FTR.
When you go to multiple companies and everybody hates you, there's a certain denominator.
It's not the company.
I can't argue with a certain denominator when it comes to.
So like I don't understand. It's like I get you're in Chicago, but like he's backstage and he's like, I'm sorry. Like if that's what it was,
I doubt that's what it was.
That's a bitch. All the reports saying that he was apologetic and wanted to clear the air with certain people backstage. Triple H. He talked to Triple H. He talked to Seth. He talked to Lashley. He talked pretty much 5-6 people, and then he left about an hour because it's an AEW. So first off, Vince such a dick. He threw him out. He's not contracted with WWE. You know how risky it is to have a guy contracted just show up? Now, there's been like Ricky Starks is at the Rumble. That got cleared. Okay, that got cleared. Tony Khan was fully aware that he's back there to support Cody. There's been AEW people back there, and there's been WWE people back in like Charlotte was at AEW supporting Andrade one night.
Yep.
That's fine. This was like oh, shit. Look, they're here. I'm going to go there. It wasn't like one of those set up, which I'm sure Khan wasn't thrilled, but he doesn't have the balls to say anything.
Exactly.
If you don't believe me, watch the press conference. Punk's just laying into every top star in AEW, and Khan's just sitting there puzzled as fuck.
So let's say that you're CM Punk and I'm Tony Khan the entire fucking time.
He's
he's not a businessman.
The guy in charge.
Yeah, like he's the biggest bitch ever. That's why everybody does what they want.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of them just show up during Raw and come out and like, oh, sorry, this is the wrong show.
And they can say, "You're gonna suck my dick." And
he's not man enough to put his foot down. He's not.
He's a child.
Vaughn, you care about CM Punk coming to Raw?
No, I'm not.
Okay, let's get back to our fight.
Now, listen. Before we move on,
I've moved on already.
I think CM Punk.
Do I have your attention now? Jesus Christ.
I think he could. I think he's all right.
He's I hope he starts doing drugs so he's more interesting.
Well, that's actually what I wanted to say. Is like maybe he had a drink, realized he fucked up, and he's going to apologize. Because when you're sober all the time, you get shit bills that shouldn't bill. When you drink, it kind of goes out a little bit. And maybe CM Punk finally broke down, had a drink or two, and was like, you know what? I made some mistakes in my life.
Well, fuck him. Let's move on to our draft.
I hate sober people. They're the worst.
Not even that. I'm just over the Punk shit already.
You're
news note. Jimmy Bebe will be here next week, and he's got a lot to say, apparently. He's very tight-lipped right now. So,
oh, boy.
He's got a lot to say about the title. He's got a lot to say about Punk. And he's going to tell us which one of us three had the best show, which means I'm fucked. He hates me. And he's going to tell us which picks were the best, the worst, indifferent, whatever.
If he still thinks that this title should be defended in Puerto Rico, he's incorrect.
Oh, yeah, he's going to also bring that up.
Because that is not a country, or that is not associated with...
He said on Monday night recap this week, he said, well, I had Judgment Day splitting up a tad early, and I'm sitting on the couch like, you said it at Mania.
He did.
Like he had I'm gonna call him out for that. He's like, yeah, I might have. He said I might have missed a few things over Mania, and I was like,
all of it.
You missed all of night one. Like
Cena beating Theory. Come on.
The only thing he got right that we didn't agree with was Bianca retaining because we all had Asuka. So
yeah, I thought Asuka.
I'm over Bianca.
But yeah, just so we all know, Puerto Rico is not a state. They have no voting rights. And it's a territory short.
What Chuck Evans?
If they get bummed, we'll back them up. But they can't vote, so they didn't get my title. For that ends.
Fair enough.
That's your problem, Puerto Rico, not ours.
The good thing about the title being online is I can get more crazy with my picks.
That's fair.
That's more entertaining.
Yeah, you can be more. He can not
I
be
can
so
take more chances.
Yeah.
When you have to play the numbers.
You got to be conservative. I get it. I get it.
So let's recap that last week really
Josh's
quick.
meltdowns begin.
So Chuck will have first pick again tonight.
Nice.
So far, Chuck, for you guys scoring at home, I know you guys are. Sami Zayn and KO was his first round pick, followed by the Usos, followed by AJ Styles, Imperium, Lashley, Corbin, Bailey, Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville, Miz and Rey Mysterio.
Speaking of which, watching SmackDown the other day, I really enjoyed Chelsea and Sonya's on-screen presence. Love that pick because I think they're going to be.
They're going to Chelsea Green.
I like it.
I think when she first got there, we were both like, yeah, she's annoying as fuck. She's a work.
Sure.
Like her gimmicks, work
they're
really
good together. I like it.
No offense to the chick that got hurt. What's her name? No offense to Carmella, but I think her and Sonya go really well.
I think
together.
they stumbled into something really good. Carmella can do something else.
Yep.
Sonya Deville's a star. I mean, Chelsea Green.
Yeah, I love Sonya since day one.
So. Glad she's being back in the ring more.
Yvonne had a hell of a draft, so brace yourselves, people. Seth Rollins. One of these don't belong.
Where's Randy?
Austin Theory.
I know he's injured. That breaks.
You guys ready for it? This ain't Charlotte. Dun dun dun. Elias. Okay. I own like 15 Elias t-shirts. I wouldn't take him in the 4th round.
But
now here's the problem. He went before Becky Lynch in round 5.
Hey.
Brock Lesnar in round 6. And he got picked before people like Bianca Belair that I had, Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, the whole LWO. He got drafted before Cody Rhodes. Like, Yvonne's been sipping a little bit of the bubbly or something. Mom, Dad, if you guys are watching, you better watch her.
Big hope.
She's drafting Elias in the 4th round.
Check her closet, man. There's some bubbly in there.
There's something.
Her drafting Elias in the 4th round is like the Jets trading for Aaron Rodgers thinking they're going to win a Super. Oh wait, they did.
But that means I have high hopes for Elias.
He's going to the Jets, man.
Yeah, what he is now.
To be fair, I can't argue Elias. I think he's a great pick.
I think the 4th round. He ain't even on TV.
Well, he should be on.
He's not even the biggest star in his own tag team right now. They're pushing boobs.
Yeah, that's fucked up. He should be bigger than what he is.
I agree. Well, Yvonne, I'm just telling you, a 4th overall pick is like Seth Rollins versus Elias at Mania. Like, I don't see it. But you better push the.
But I could see it if it happened. If Omos can fight Seth Rollins, Elias can fight Seth Rollins. Elias, this is just Yvonne thinking he's going to be a big star one day.
On my show, he was.
Let's get to the A show.
I don't start.
My last pick was better than Elias.
Oh, stop.
Anyway,
Logan Paul, right?
That's right.
Nah, can't buy into that.
We don't want to walk with Logan.
Hey, dude, if you guys ever had Prime, amazing. I would bring Logan Paul in just to have a lifetime supply of Prime backstage in NXT.
You mean at the Amazon app? Because I have that.
No, the drink.
Oh, I haven't.
The drink is amazing. You know why? Because it's only being released in limited batches because it's selling out like.
I feel like it tastes like Mountain Dew. Does it taste like Mountain Dew?
No, it's very fucking good, actually.
Right.
There's many flavors of it. I've tried like 3 and. I hate lime shit, but green lime's the best one.
Is it like 7-Up?
No.
Sierra Mist?
Gatorade.
Gatorade Sierra Mist?
No, Gatorade.
All right.
It's like the same thing. It replenishes your shit.
Oh, so it's like
I wake up hungover, I drink a Prime, and I feel amazing.
Sports drink. I got you. Yeah. I didn't know what it was.
But it's got a bigger kick than Gatorade. It's very strong taste, so pick your flavor out. Obviously, make sure it's one you like.
Does it have caffeine?
No.
Nobody would walk with Logan Paul. They walk with Elias.
Shut up.
If you made a coffee, I might try it, but
he'll get to that.
Just saying.
He had Edge on his pod today.
Did he really?
Yep.
Fucking Edge.
And Edge went in on part-time people, even though it's what he is. But anyway.
I know.
Hold up. Before we move on from that. So Edge was talking shit about part-time people?
And celebrities.
Okay, Edge.
As he's been a part.
How many returns have you had?
That's all I'm saying.
Let's not start.
I thought he was on there to set up Logan Paul versus Edge because that's normally what they do. Because remember, Roman was on his pod and he fought Roman a month later. I thought so. Maybe it is. Maybe Edge talking shit was just we're going to get Logan Paul versus Edge.
Well, how crazy is it? In 2022, we had a full-time heel Edge until he got hurt, and then in 2023, we have a heel Trish Stratus. What the fuck is happening?
Like, shit's going crazy in Canada right now.
Like, is it 2002? Because they were both heels back then. Like, what is happening?
Trish got another good promo on Raw.
She did.
She's a very much better heel.
Wait, she had another promo on Raw?
She had backstage.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah. The Hulu version I saw, it showed her other promo, then it showed her backstage promo.
I like this heel Trish Stratus. It's perfect.
I like it.
You know where Becky is? At home because she can't handle being the man and the mom. Like, I was like, all right.
They had to bring the mom. You know,
you have to.
I
you don't have to, I guess, but like it makes it just like, oh, she can't handle it.
I will say that as much as I think it's silly that Trish Stratus is back as a heel, I think it's a silly storyline. She's owning it because her promos are fucking top notch. Like what she's saying makes total sense. Yep. Like, all right.
And people watch it. Yep.
I dig it. The women's division was a joke when you debuted back in 2001. You can't argue that.
It was bad.
So I dig what she's saying is very accurate. However, it's 2023. Why is she a heel?
Right.
But whatever.
She's had problems with Lita and Becky. So.
Like her best friend, who are also a friend of me, is like basically her and Lita is the equivalent to Rock and Austin.
Yeah,
they'd be friends, they'd be enemies, friends, enemies. Mm-hmm. All right.
So NXT, I took Roman, Judgment Day, Solo, Cody, Bianca, Riddle, Drew, Sheamus, the LWO, which according to WWE.com, their merch is flying off their website.
I believe that because I've noticed that in the last
couple
of months they're getting more screen time every week.
Triple H brought in Escobar when he was in NXT. He was a part of it. Remember when Drake Maverick lost his job and had to win it back? Escobar is the one that cost him his job. Gotcha. But at that point, he wore a mask and they had a mask match and he lost.
I kind of remember that.
And then he went heel when he lost his mask and now he's babyface because Mysterio's getting him over and it's working out very well. Congratulate, dude. Selena Vega, you're not beating Rhea, but this is the biggest match of her career. I hope she has a strong show.
I've always liked Selena.
This is a big moment for her.
Isn't that Black's wife?
Yeah.
I've always liked her.
She's in. It's in Puerto Rico where she's from. That's a big moment for her. So that'd be really cool.
And she's not beating Rhea, but it's huge for her.
And then Logan Paul, the steal of the first.
Oh, knock it off.
Night one.
Elias is.
Anyway, let's get. You know what's better? Night one is night two. So
I'm more nervous about night two than I was night one.
Well, I'm more prepared this time.
Let's go back.
I'm not prepared at all.
Let's go back to Chuck for his next pick.
The clock's on Chuck.
All right, that's
football draft on.
No, don't pick an Ohio State quarterback.
It's like the football draft. Clock's on you.
Oh yeah,
they still don't.
By the way, 2 days ago, the CJ Stroud might not be an NFL quarterback thing started leaking. They're saying he's going to plummet in the first round now. He went from going first overall to second. The Houston Texans said, "Nah, we're good."
So that's rough.
No, I mean Ohio State quarterbacks are pretty bad.
They're good in college, but they're
horrible.
They can't handle the NFL level.
Yeah.
I have heard
Justin Fields is the closest one, and he's got one more year. Then they're probably going to move on from him. So we'll see.
I've heard that.
I don't know, but those Michigan quarterbacks, they seem to make it.
Oh, not good.
They do that. They get the job done. All right. So I did have to restart our laptop. I had the roster pulled up before it, and then I forgot to pull it back up afterwards. So stand by, please, because I don't want to get this wrong. This is very important. I'm taking this very seriously, which is something I
business. Yep,
generally do in my life with anything.
Drafts are serious.
Let's take things seriously, but taking it seriously this time.
Oh, I'm not. I didn't pull up the spreadsheet. What the fuck is it?
All right, so I can't pick Vince McMahon. I can't pick Triple H.
Oh, he's going to do Wikipedia.
I already picked AJ.
I was like, what the hell are you
He's going through the list already.
Well, you know what? Actually, I just saw the name and thought, why fucking not? We talked about him earlier this evening.
You cannot pick CM Punk.
I'm not going to pick CM Punk. Okay. That'd be fucking funny.
I was just checking.
But if I try, that'd be funny. But I am going to pick your NXT boy who did not debut last week, but debuted earlier than last week, Bronson Reed, if he's not picked yet.
Nope.
That's a good one.
Bronson Reed. He's the up-and-comer.
Could be U.S. champion or something. Chuck's first round picks.
I like it.
Night 1, KO. Sammy, night 2, Bronson Reed.
I like it.
You can believe that.
Yvonne.
An NXT guy.
We're going NXT tonight.
I'm going all
We
NXT.
have to. You know, there was 0 NXT superstars picked last week.
None.
So I figured this would be a big run on them this week.
This surprised me a little bit.
It is, especially me being NXT.
Me and the
Me
NXT
too.
show.
Yeah, me NXT. You need some guys.
Yeah,
So I'm
shut
gonna
up.
go with Carmelo Hayes.
You're going to say
Royce.
Carmelo. I was going to punch you in the face.
I say it wrong all the time, don't I?
Yvonne, that's a good pick. He's
Yep.
going to be Seth and Carmelo. I mean, that's
Seth
a
and
main event
Carmelo.
right there. It's
Theory
them
and
two.
Carmelo.
This is a feud to keep an eye on if when Carmelo does move up, which
Yep.
ain't going to be soon. He's going to be the next champion for a while.
Yeah. So that means your pick now, right?
Yeah. I need to pull up. There it is. Okay. Shit. I had an idea. I was so cocky when I was picking her up. I was like, I got this shit. Now I'm like, oh, now what?
I get it.
I want Grayson Waller.
Waller? That's
I had
actually
figured.
that's a good
I was
pick.
about to get him too.
Waller's name keeps popping up.
He had his breakout moment. He had another fucking classic match last night with Hayes. That was amazing.
did.
He didn't win, but I think that means he might be destined for the main roster. So
they
they threw-
it's time.
They put Pretty Deadly in a trunk and they threw him in the ocean and they died.
Yeah.
So they're I think they're
Like
getting
they're
moved
ready.
up. That legit happened.
Wait,
And
say that again.
They had a trunk match.
they did.
And who died?
So they lost and they put him in a trunk and they threw him in a river.
They did.
So they murdered their opponents.
Yeah, and now they're going to the main roster. Because they
All right.
They had to fish
what's
him
that
out,
dude's
too.
name? What's his Tony D'Angelo is a murder was trending last night.
He was.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then he said, I didn't murder. Somebody commented at him and he said, you murdered Pretty Deadly. He said, nobody's seen nothing. So
I love it.
whatever.
They fished him out of the water. They're fine.
Do you guys remember when Kane caught JR on fire? That
I
was
do.
awesome.
JR deserves
Poor
it.
JR. Whew.
And when John Cena threw Edge in the river.
River. Yeah, I remember that.
Edge
too.
deserves that as well.
And I think Rock threw Austin off a bridge.
Yeah, there was a lot of
There's a lot of murder
a lot
in
of shit.
WWE.
You know, like Vince had like a fetish with that. Triple H has a fetish with like people getting beat up in parking lots.
He
Because
does.
the
He
NXT
does.
parking lot
Yep.
has been very bad for a lot of people.
Well, do you remember one of my favorite moments watching WWE live? I believe it was Raw, might have been SmackDown, but it was before their 3 Stages of Hell match. Because we all know that Triple H paid Rikishi to hit the Stone Cold and broke his neck, right?
Mhm.
So Stone Cold figured out that was Triple H behind it. So we all remember when Triple H lifted, when Stone Cold lifted Triple H in the crane thingy and then dropped the car.
He did. Yep.
That was awesome. We saw Stone Cold murder Triple H on
They
TV.
did.
And now he's running creative.
And then, like, I think that was on Raw, and on SmackDown, Stephanie was like, he'll be ready to fight by Sunday. It's like they wrote him off TV for 6 days, and then he's back by Sunday for their 3 Stages of Hell, which Triple H won.
He did.
Chuck, it is back to you.
All right.
That round robin shit threw me off last week, so I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I
It was
dig it.
confusing as fuck.
I get it. I like it. I like this going because I was also confused.
I was trying to do it like they do, like
professionally.
yeah. But we're not that professional yet.
We're not that
We're
smart.
getting there. We
I-
always need room to improve.
That's right. Facts of life. All right. I have to make sure. Does anybody have Alexa Bliss yet?
No.
Nope.
Taking her.
Your girl.
Wait, I'm allowed to take her? Is she on the?
She's fine.
All right, cool.
I mean, and she's off TV right now, but she's still eligible.
When she comes back, the huge pop that's going to be.
And plus, I'm
I
in
think I
love
got
with her.
short-term memory loss. I'm already like, who did we just pick?
Yeah.
I have for you guys watching, I have a spreadsheet I'm keeping updated. I have to send to Bebe so you can grade it, and I also want to have it for reference. But I keep forgetting the picks, so I keep having to like go back and forth.
Let's
I'm
just-
literally using pen and paper. Like,
That's
Alexa's
how we're
a
old
good
school
one.
around here. Chuck's got that Vince McMahon tablet.
That's right.
If it was yellow, it'd be vintage.
Dude, that's what I should have done just for the idea of
Yeah,
it.
it's like
Funny.
changing the script on RSH before the
Oh,
show.
Mark, actually, I wanted so and so instead.
Then he's
Mark.
gonna
Dude, I'm gonna start
Yeah.
tweeting like an hour before the show that Chuck just ripped up the RSH script that we're starting from scratch.
He's ripping
Get all
it out.
pissed and
Yeah.
yelled about
We
it.
cut Jimmy Bebe's airtime. He's pissed off. He's disgruntled. Yvonne's mad that Jimmy Bebe got buried.
Next,
Seriously.
Yvonne and me have backstage heat. All that shit.
next week, I'm taking a picture of myself ripping up paper with the title. And I'm going to say this is how the RSH champion rips up the script before the show.
Yeah, there you go. Hashtag Vince McMahon. All right, Yvonne,
You
your
got the-
second round.
Another NXT guy, Braun Breaker.
Noise.
The feuds with this guy.
Yeah, he's heel. He's much better as a
And he's
heel. His
way-
barking thing got on my nerves.
The bark, believe me, on this show, he's not going to be barking.
So Austin Theory and Braun Breaker. What's their two first round or
Yep.
2 second round picks?
On down to
Night
NXT.
Night 2. I'm taking Karrion Kross and Scarlett.
Dang it,
There you go.
That was gonna be my next one.
They haven't impressed me a whole lot.
They haven't, but he hasn't got a lot of ring time either.
Fair.
He's gonna
NXT.
fight Nakamura, I think, and then I think Seth Rollins is his next feud.
I like it.
So on Friday, me not being very observant, I saw this on Twitter, but Scarlett's been showing those cards, and like the card 2 weeks ago when Shinsuke was returning, showed his picture. She showed the card with Shinsuke on it again, but the card behind it was Seth. And they showed it.
That was weird.
So I wonder
where it's going.
Like I said, Seth deserves a title run.
Yes.
Because Seth's the kind of guy to get Karrion Kross bumped up to that level.
Yes.
Dude,
So I think that might be the feud.
I like that.
I mean, he's getting Omos over. So
I like Karrion Kross has a lot of potential. This is Triple H.
NXT is his show.
Triple
too.
H is.
I agree with
Triple H has put full confidence behind this guy many times.
When Kross was on NXT, he was the champion.
I'll give him a fair shot.
He's good on NXT.
Well, I really like Cross's character and his wife. I'm not sure Cross, the individual.
Here lately, he hasn't done much.
Yeah, that's what I'm
he
saying.
just doesn't have the NXT feel that he has been having, or that he had when he was there.
Maybe he needs a refresher going back to NXT. Maybe
no, he's not going back to NXT. I think he just needs somebody to
I
get
meant
him
on
over.
Yours draft.
Speaking of Shinsuke Nakamura,
on your draft.
Has anybody picked him yet?
No.
All right, I'm taking him.
I forgot he existed until last week.
I forgot until you just said his name. I was like,
last time I seen him fight, he fought that guy on New Year's, and everybody's like, "How's he allowed to fight?"
They keep promoting him, but I haven't really seen him do anything.
They do.
But he's next on my list because he is a big name, and I think he's a good wrestler. He can pretty much roll with anybody.
Yvonne, back to you.
Got a tag team, the Brawling Brutes.
Nice.
Pete Dunne. I forget the other guy's name.
Rich Holland. The guy who crippled
Biggie. Yeah, I forgot.
All right.
That's rough.
That is rough.
But imagine when Big E does come back. Holy shit.
Yeah, they said they're going to do Imperium versus New Day. Big E versus Big E and Gunther would be the main. That's why they just did Woods and Gunther. I guess it's close. I guess he's really close.
It makes a lot of sense when you think about it.
Triple H, I was reading, Triple H wants a full recovered Big E because that's what he wants.
They want that feud.
Big time.
So I think New Day is also going to go to Raw.
I think it's also. I think
they've been on SmackDown for
they need a refresh.
They definitely need a flip.
I think New Day debuted in 2013-ish. They've been on for a decade, and this was the first time. A decade is a long time. Put that in perspective. That's like The Rock's career times 2 as a full-time wrestler in WWE, and really, Woods hasn't had much opportunities outside the tag team titles, and I think this was a big opportunity for him because both his boys are injured, Kofi and Big E, and I think he owned it. I think he did a great job. Being that solo wrestler, started the feud with Gunther, had a great match, I thought. I think Woods proved that he can go solo if he has to. So that really excited me. And for being around for 10 years, he just finally got that opportunity.
And he's getting his own time by himself without the New Day.
Yeah, I thought that.
It's time to stand out.
And it worked, I thought.
Who'd you pick?
Nakamura.
Who'd you pick?
Brawling Brutes.
That's right. Shit. See, I can't fucking do it.
I get it.
Type it into
That's I forgot Ridge Holland's name. That's all
right. So I'm kind of surprised they're still here because I particularly don't like one of these people. But I guess I got to take Raquel and Liv at this point.
There you go.
It's too long. It's like, yeah. I mean, this is the time.
Your
they
girl
should already
Liv
be
Morgan.
I hate her. She's so terrible.
I don't like her either.
She's a terrible wrestler and a terrible person.
I used to like her. Now she's doing this weird shit where she's like smiling and shit.
And
I don't like
Raquel's
it.
pick. She tells Raquel.
Raquel's the steal of this one.
Yes.
For me,
yes.
I'll take Liv because I need a jobber on NXT. So.
Raquel is the
Raquel.
You need someone to get
Raquel versus Rhea at SummerSlam is going to be very fun.
Yes.
Because Raquel is the woman that took Rhea's spot in NXT. They were really good friends in real life. She kind of passed the torch to Raquel. They're very close. And Raquel's the only one physically that can really stand up to Rhea. And you're like, damn.
Yep.
She's pretty fucking big too. So
Yep,
I had to. I don't want them, but
I know.
I can't pass the value up here. It gets me 2 more women on my show. I mean, right now, Scarlett's going to be my world champion. So we'll see what happens.
Makes sense.
No, I got Bianca.
I'd pick Scarlett over Liv. I'm sorry.
Okay. Chuck, it's back to you.
All right. So I am looking here, and I feel like they've already been picked, or at least one of the 2 have been picked, but I'm not seeing their names on my list, but I'm often wrong. So tell me if I'm wrong. But if they're available, I would like to take the tag team of Braun Strowman and
Ricochet.
Nope, nobody's got one. Nope.
Neither of them?
Nope.
That surprises me. So I'm taking them.
Right? They're making them work. They really are.
Was this
for some
round
reason.
4?
I'm not a fan, honestly, but I like them both individually, I guess.
You can use them individually too.
Hey, this is a loophole to get both of them.
Right.
You can do a tag
That's what we
team
do.
or have their own matches.
I mean that's it's a steal because they are a tag team. They've been a tag team for a few months now, so
You can do whatever you want with them.
Vaughn?
Roxanne Perez. It's her
All
time.
right. So okay, good. So for people that don't know, Roxanne Perez, a 21-year-old in NXT was at the she was in the Rumble.
I remember that.
They love her too. Like
They love
she's
her.
gonna get caught up already. She already had her
She's
drop
ready
the
to go.
belt.
When you
And she
said
took a
she-
clean pin and took a clean pin and put Indy Hartwell even more over. I think she's getting caught up.
I think
When you
so.
said she was 21, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
Because holy shit.
she's very good.
Yeah.
She's very good.
Her
like-
time.
When I was 21, I was a fuck. And she's doing that. Like, it's crazy.
That's funny.
I'm taking Alpha Academy.
Noise.
Dang, that's what I was gonna get to.
Both of them. So I'm just gonna
Good
put
pick.
Gable and Otis.
You're gonna have the shush. They're gonna be
No, dude.
interrupting
I mean,
Roman.
that's a very good tag team. To
Very
have on the
good
show.
tag.
Very entertaining. Can't argue any of that. All day, every day. Can't argue any of that.
Shush. Is he gonna be shushing Roman when he comes out?
I still love
Shush,
Otis.
please.
We were there live right by the Titantron, and he just saw
He
like
kept selling.
our row could
Mhm.
see him, and he was like beating the shit, like mad at himself backstage because he knew that there's a handful of people watching.
Yep.
That's
And
just
he kept selling.
yeah. That's just good
He was
shit.
just like, fuck yes.
There's like fucking
Damn,
50 people watching live. That was it at most, and he was still selling, and he knew it. Like he saw us watching him, and like Otis is awesome. I think that he's underrated.
I do too.
I do too.
And I think Otis is very good on screen.
Yeah, he's
And he
good.
has been for a very long time.
He's
Very good.
he's got it, man. He's entertaining. He can do shit. He can be serious. Like he has it, man. I agree with all of that life.
All right, it's your pick again.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep saying good things about Otis while I look at names.
Are you gonna pick? I thought you were gonna say as I picked the maximum male models.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Me, just a spoiler. Nobody wants. Him,
I
I'm
see
sorry.
nothing in that.
Josh, you can take your
I don't know. That might be my. I get the last picks. That might be my Mr. Irrelevant.
3 hours, not 3 hours of that. No.
Man, I just don't see any names that I give a fuck about after
After you
After-
said that,
after
Tell
so
us how
many.
you really feel.
exactly.
I mean, not to be a dick.
And
No,
Travis,
it's a little
you said the male models that they're the RSH champ off. Forget that.
All right. So
No 3 hours of that.
I assume the New Day's been picked off, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So I can't pick any of them. All right. And I'm pretty sure I already picked Gunther. Because he's my boy. I pick him every draft I'm in.
You see,
In the last draft, he was Walter, but what are you gonna do? Has anybody picked? Well, he's injured though. He's inactive, so he wanna work. R-Truth. All right.
We just missing. There's one person out there that I'm surprised was not picked yet.
I might have to go ahead and pick him if we're thinking the same person.
if we are.
Is his name Omos by chance?
No, I'm thinking different gender.
Oh, that's cool. Has Omos been picked?
No.
Because I get MVP,
Are you an Oma?
You get your
sapien?
boy.
but I get MVP too, though, right?
Yeah.
You gotta
All
get.
right.
You gotta get your boy.
You're not a dumbass today.
See?
Or whatever he called you.
MVP.
Was it
Oh, I mean,
idiot, dumbass.
Arguably, this could be a dumbass pick,
That's fair.
but
We'll clip that.
You
I
gotta,
just wanted MVP.
Hey, you know what's funny?
you gotta have your
You know what's
boy.
funny? Hold on. You picked him in the 5th round, which is the same round you picked Lashley.
It's all connected.
All
Ron.
connected. Candice LeRae.
No, that's how she get. I like her.
All right, so I'm taking Asuka because it's kind of shocking she's still on.
She's
I
still
know.
around.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about her.
I never did.
I
I,
can't believe she's still here.
never think about Asuka.
I don't really either, but
No
like she's a
disrespect,
you
I
can build
wasn't.
your whole division around.
I
her.
mean, sure, she's
So there
great.
you go. So I took her the same round I took Bianca Belair. So there you go.
That works. I dig.
I needed to add some women, so I've added 4 women to my show today, so that's fine.
That's good.
So no more women picks.
I picked one pick. Maybe I should get another woman in here.
I thought that's where you were going to go.
Yeah, I forgot about. I always forget about Asuka.
So do
Oh.
I.
What did I say about Asuka? What's her gimmick?
Spitting shit to Jerry's gimmick.
Spitting in people's
Spitting shit in
face.
people's face.
They say, oh, she always says no one's ready for
Oh,
Asuka.
Yvonne, you split up the husband and wife.
Who?
Oh, no, you didn't. Never mind. You got Gargano. too.
Gargano.
I was about to be like, damn, you split them up.
Nope.
All right, sorry. Random outburst.
I get it.
You ruined the relationship.
I'm looking at these women. I can't pick any of them.
Chuck's fucking
Wild.
They're all.
My Chuck's.
He's over it.
You might hear me cuss again. I got to check on the Cavs game.
He's over
I get it. I get it.
Fuck!
I get it.
They're losing.
There
Anyway,
it is.
And there it is.
33-26. What the fuck is going on right now? Anyways.
I wish I had LA Knight on my team. That'd been awesome. Whoever got LA Knight, you're a lucky bastard.
I did.
Nice.
You son. God, that would have been. That's one I won.
Yeah, he's a good one. I like LA Knight.
Stone Cold was putting him over today.
Yeah, that's what. How so?
He said that's somebody you hand. I don't know what the fuck he handed him. He's like, that's a guy that can take anything you give him and take it to the next level, and I can't wait to see him at the next level.
I agree with all of that.
I think that Stone Cold's over there putting you over. I think you're in good shape.
Yeah.
You know,
I hate to do this. Has anybody picked Ronda Rousey's tag team?
Hold on. So we had this theme with you last week. So let's go through Chuck's picks of people that Chuck would never pick. Okay?
Never.
Let's just rehash
Capital
this.
N,
We got a little
never.
time, okay?
Capital N.
So let's
never.
go through. So we all know Chuck's background, with Bailey. So he took Bailey in round 7.
Her
His
hair looks
obsession
like
with
ketchup.
the hatred of Rey Mysterio, he took him round 10.
Seriously.
And now it just keeps growing.
The woman that has kids, you're gonna hear about all the time.
And now he takes Ronda Rousey, who I think he purposely goes and buys beer during her matches.
I think so.
Yeah,
You want both of them, Ronda?
I'm gonna take both. Yeah,
You better cut her mic when
Shayna.
she starts talking.
It's good for you because I think you probably need some women.
that's what I'm saying. It's like I hate to do it, but they are there.
Well, they're talking about Shayna turning on her now, going babyface.
Well,
I
Shayna
hope
needs
so.
some mic work because she fucking sucks. Remember the whole
Yeah.
thing? I'll never forget it because it was so terrible
Chucky Ducky Quack Quack.
when she walked.
No, that was Roman.
Like,
Sorry.
when Ronda was beating up 4-pound referees, and then the other one, Shayna, came out and she was like, "You can't do it this way," and Ronda was like, "You used to be a killer." Like, oh my god, this is the worst acting. I watch better acting on porn for free on Pornhub. And
For free, we'll talk after this.
Wow.
but
Oh my gosh.
however, they're my pick, so it is what it is. You can't. It is what it is.
State the obvious.
Yvonne.
Guy we haven't talked about in a while, Dolph Ziggler.
God damn.
3 hours.
Great pick.
Ziggler and
Yvonne
hits.
got her jobber.
Oh, he's a great jobber.
3 hours.
Well, he'll get you over.
Yep.
Pretty much is what he does.
Him
now.
and Carmelo,
He's cool with it. He's like,
Pay me, bitch.
I get my money,
and he gets 3 hours of time.
That's right. Pay me, bitch.
Yeah.
That's it. All right.
We haven't talked much about
So
that.
for you guys inquiring, they're down 11 at home in the second quarter already.
It's-
It's fucking traumatizing. Wow. And they just missed a shot. All right, focus, Josh.
It's basketball.
It's the playoffs, but anyways.
Gender.
Back to
forget
this.
I thought they just started over in the playoffs. I thought they
Yeah.
just started.
Gender.
See, this is why I didn't want to do 30 because we'd be literally drafting.
I think 20 is plenty.
I'm drafting the Creed brothers.
Creed
From
brothers.
NXT, yeah.
Oh, they're good.
Like I've told you, I think I've said it on the show about 1,000 times. They're going to be the best tag team in the world.
They
in
are.
2
They're
years.
they're ready to move
dig
up
it.
in the draft too.
I don't know their names, but
Doesn't
they're
matter.
the Creed brothers.
They're a tag team. You need to know
I get them
names.
confused too.
So they're the Hardy Boys. Don't use their
Oh,
first
dude,
names.
I think the Creed brothers are also about to get called up. So
I
you're
do.
going to be familiar
They're
with them
ready.
really, really soon.
Well, I already know Apollo Creed from the Rocky movies,
Not
so
that one.
I assume they like those movies.
No, I don't think that's connected, but
Fair enough.
I think it's his real name.
No,
But
fair enough. Hard to argue the real names, I guess.
we're back to you.
We are. So I'm looking through the names here. I have 4 picks to go. I don't fucking know anybody else that I would I know enough.
I don't either.
Everybody that I am aware of that I think matters has been picked. So let's go with someone else. You made a great point earlier when you said a lot of people hate I talk shit about I fucking picked. But,
Who's next?
There we
but
go.
you can't argue their
Are you going to pick Goldberg?
no.
Okay.
I would never pick Goldberg. Is he even an option?
No. I was just asking. 'cause
Even
if
if he
you're
was.
pushing it any further than Bailey, Goldberg's about as far as you can go.
I agree with that life.
I already took Logan Paul, or else that'd be one for you.
I
yeah.
wouldn't pick him either out of spite.
I wouldn't either.
I know he would hear this podcast be like, he didn't pick me out on purpose.
I don't want to hear 3 hours of that. No offense.
All right. I there is one other person I think that does kind of matter. And I'm really jealous that you picked Raquel Rodriguez.
So am I.
Because she was one I was like, she might be on my next one. But she's already gone. I already got that person. Man, Hayes is gone. All right. I think we have. Somebody's already picked the I know they have. Chase University has been picked, right?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Chase University.
There you go.
All of it.
All of it.
That's gonna be.
That was my next pick.
That was. Yep. I was thinking the same thing.
I want all of Chase. I thought they were picked already. It's like, well, I was looking through my list, like, I guess they haven't
So
been.
you get Andre Chase and Duke Hudson.
Hell yeah. Chasey, as I wrote it
That'll
down.
be overs can be when they're up in the roster.
I think those guys have potential.
They do.
It reminds me very much of like the Drew Gulak's PowerPoint presentation.
Yes.
Yeah, they got a very cool gimmick. That's
and
easy to get
it's over.
It's
Big
super
time.
over. It's super over in NXT at least. We'll see how
it could be. Matt Striker had his teaching moment back in the day. Remember that shit?
He did.
He would teach people math in the ring, and then we had, which I thought was hilarious.
Well, they do. Value. Yeah, you're right. This is a teachable moment.
Yeah, it's the same idea.
I got you.
And then we had
It
Drew
is.
Gulak's PowerPoint presentation, and then Chase. That shit works, man.
Yep.
It just does.
It does.
That gimmick works.
On.
Oh lordy. So we're gonna go another tag team, Pretty Deadly.
There we go.
Tried to
They're
get some more.
currently dead, but they'll be back.
Yep.
They'll be drafted soon.
We'll take a fishing pole. We'll fish them out. They'll be
Yeah.
they'll be fine.
Tony D'Angelo killed them.
Get a fishing pole out there. Be all right.
They'll be all right.
All right, so Yvonne
They're
took
floating out there somewhere.
Pretty Deadly. Yeah, so we're definitely getting down to the gritty here. with
We
people.
really are.
We really are.
I think Chasey was a good one. I'm proud of that pick.
That is a good one.
I didn't even see them on here. I just saw what's his fuck, and I was like, oh, that gimmick is similar to this gimmick. Let's go with that guy.
Taking Cora Jade.
It's a good one.
She's probably going to be somebody you see on your TV screen very soon as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure who
She
that
was
is.
backstage at Raw, and they're fucking like obsessed with her. So we'll see what happens.
All right, I dig.
Right now, we're just picking like NXT people.
Yeah,
honestly.
pretty much.
Pretty much now.
We're replacing the people in the main roster we don't like with NXT people. That's
pretty,
really what I'm doing.
pretty much.
So,
Yeah.
Me too.
Chuck, it's back to you.
Hard to argue that life. And all right, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's what I've been doing the entire time. And I'm actually looking at the women more than I am the men because I just don't know anything about the NXT people. So I don't have much of an opinion.
All the NXT people that you would have known about are already gone.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. So with that being said, I don't want to pick names who I just don't know who the fuck they are because that's not fun for me.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna look at the females and see what's going on. What's going on? Well, Emma's my pick. If
There you
nobody else
go.
has picked her, I've always liked Emma.
Do you just want Emma? Or
Emma.
do you want Madcap Moss with her?
I didn't know they were a thing. If I could
Yeah.
take both, I'll take both.
Yeah, their thing. That's it. She's technically his manager.
All right, I didn't know that. I'll take it. I'll take that all day.
There you go.
I remember Asuka's debut was
Same.
against Emma.
Yep.
Well, they date in real life, so now
I've always liked Emma.
Madcap Moss has potential too if they can give him
A real gimmick.
Just give him his like Riddick Moss. That was his name. Just leave it alone.
Yeah,
But
and
Vince changed it.
and he was good
And
with
that shit with Corbin got over,
It
and
was
then
great.
he fell off.
And then when they changed
The hell,
it,
he fought Gunther, and it was a really good match. Remember, he randomly won that number one contenders match that nobody thought he'd win.
I agree. I really like Moss, and like when
Mhm.
they took him away from Corbin, they shouldn't have done that.
No, they should.
I'm glad Vince is gone because maybe we can bring
They
that
will.
shit back.
They will.
Yeah, they will.
They just can't fix everybody at one time. Triple H is
Right.
like picking and choosing.
You gotta-
Corbin's been like misused, I guess, lately, but like the JBL thing didn't work. And Triple H is like, okay, it didn't work. Sorry. So he scratched it. Now they're just got to figure something out.
Sure.
Yvonne.
Women's tag team from NXT: Isla Dawn and Abba Fire.
Spell that.
Say that again.
I
I know what you're talking about. I just need to spell it.
Which name do you need me to spell?
All of them.
All right. Alba Fire.
Alpha Fire?
Alba Fire.
Alba Fire.
So
A-L-B-A.
I got it. I just pointed. I can.
Hers is right there. Isla Dawn. Yep.
Isla Dawn.
Yep.
I'm just make it up. Isla Dawn.
Yeah, they're actually really fucking.
They're like
creepy.
They're like Alexa and Bray Wyatt. They're twisted, sick.
So the story
creepy.
with them is they were, when I, there we go. So when Isla Dawn debuted on NXT, she went after Alba Fire. It cost her every fucking match she's in. Beat the shit out of her when they fought. Then they fought again. They beat the shit out of each other some more. They beat the shit out of each other some more. They were like, "Hey, we should just team up."
They did.
And they did, and they're tag champs now.
Kind of like Sheamus and Cesaro.
But they're like dark characters.
Kind of reminds you of
Yeah.
Bray
And they're
Wyatt
both
and Alexa. Sort
super
of.
hot.
All right.
Like
I like that.
creepy, like bang me over
They're
the Ouija
good.
board hot.
Oh,
That's
Like,
my
Like-
favorite porn
So-
hub selection. So,
So
I get
they're
it.
the dangerous,
Yeah, or just
crazy.
Another reminder: we have to talk after the show.
And the
Pornhub.
all
Maybe we could do some bookmark sharing.
3 hours are all what they're going to
Yvonne's trying just to push through.
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Just
I
like,
know,
okay,
I'm sorry,
I know.
Yvonne.
No, you're fine.
No, that's a good pick.
3 hours with them.
I'm
What they're
taking
gonna do.
Shotzi.
That's a good
You
pick.
like
too.
Shotzi.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she's super hot as well.
Oh my gosh.
She will be. I will be Vince. She will be Trish on my show.
Josh.
What? Is that inappropriate? Did you see Vince
Yes.
get sued again?
I'm not surprised, but no, I didn't.
Oh,
No,
boy.
I could. But 2 more times.
Good.
It came out today. I'll get to that after the draft.
Good. Fuck
Give me a
this.
chance to get the actual info.
Well, the
and I'll read
one
you
I'm
guys'
going to
article.
pick, Josh also likes. So.
Oh,
think
guess
it's
what he's
funny.
being sued for?
Is it sexual harassment stuff?
Nope.
What was it for?
Racist storylines that he's promoting.
Oh
And wait
my
until you hear some of the ones he was trying to push on Apollo Crews and
Uh-oh.
Bianca.
Jesus Christ, this fucking guy.
Wow.
Oh, also his net worth went up 6%. He's now worth 3.4 billion.
Oh
This
my
fucking
God.
guy is crazy.
Yeah. Oh wait, just wait.
And he
just,
writes
look,
books.
I
And give it
just caught glimpses of this on Twitter. I'll find an article that gets you everything. Whose turn? Right?
You just picked Shotzi. It's my
Oh
turn.
shit! Sorry,
a
I didn't
chance.
update it. I didn't update it. All right, here we go.
Get your mind
Back
out,
to Chuck.
Get your mind out of the gutter. Maybe not.
Man, we are not. We have
We're
went
clearing
through
the roster.
all the
Alright.
good ones.
There's a lot of women left.
There
There
is. Yeah.
There is.
I mean, you got Lacey still there. Natalia's still there.
Oh, poor Natalia. Yeah.
She's a good one.
Tegan Knox, Zia Lee, Zelina Vega's gone.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm just gonna start
5,
throwing out
6,
people that
7,
ain't
8.
picked, just so
We got
everybody
2 more
knows.
picks here.
Too
Um,
much.
Have the Viking Raiders been?
They have
picked?
not.
That's a good one.
They're my picks.
That's a good.
Let me
That's good
go-
value for this late. And they're trying to push the fuck out of
They
WWE.
really
They
are.
are.
And they were a Triple H project in NXT, so I get it.
And I get that weird chick with them too, right? The
Oh,
barefoot
yeah.
one.
Sarah Logan.
Yeah, Logan.
I don't know.
She's
That's not her
married-
real name.
She's married to one of them, ain't she?
Yeah, she's married to the skinnier one.
That's a good
Well, there's the fat one and the skinnier one. I don't know how else to tell you.
I agree.
All right,
True.
Yvonne.
JC Jane.
Oh, so JC Jane for Chuck was part of
Toxic Attraction.
Toxic Attraction. For
Okay.
Mandy got thrown out
Yep.
or fired for doing porn.
And then,
And then-
she
They
was,
making more money
she
for
was
doing
teamed
that.
with Gigi Doyle.
It's-
She turned on her.
It's soft porn. It's softcore porn.
You know, never mind. Yvonne's here.
And,
She's not
and,
old enough to hear this.
and she turned on her
Well, how do you
best
spell
friend.
her
so-
name? Sorry, I went to Middletown. I can't spell very well.
I get it.
At least you acknowledge that.
Acknowledge me. Hey, look, my shirt. Acknowledge your daddy.
There. So yeah, she turned on her friend. So she.
His WWE. You gotta do that
she's
shit.
Like, she's
Hey,
like,
is you ready?
it's a
Ready
good
for this
thing.
one, Chuck? Oh shit! I put that under mine. Hold on.
Wow. Your mind really is in the gutters.
Oh well, you get wait till you see who I'm picking.
I'm ready.
Uh-oh.
All right, where the fuck is yours? All right, this is the 9th round,
I don't even want to
right?
know.
We all in the 9th round.
Yes,
Yep.
this is the 9th round.
I'm taking Joe Gacy and The Rock's daughter.
Okay.
We're going to fall out of this share.
I'm just
So
about.
I literally like Joe Gacy, which I
And-
brought him up before. He's kind of like Bray Wyatt on Wish, and I mean that in
He
a very
is.
respectful way. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. It's the best way to. What's The Rock's daughter's real name?
I put Joe Gacy
I have
and
no
Rock's
idea.
daughter.
So The Rock's. So the grizzled young veterans who shave their head, put in diluted eye
There's
drops.
her name. It's Ava.
Aaliyah? Oh, Ava. That's
Ava.
right. I knew it was
Ava.
with an A.
I
So-
saw Johnson.
And
When
then
that's
parentheses for
the
people
Rock.
who don't know who Ava is, I'm gonna put Rock's daughter.
So just out of
So-
curiosity, have you guys seen, is she on like NXT television?
Yes,
is.
weekly.
Is
She
she good?
is.
She doesn't wrestle. She's part of the Schism faction, which
It's-
the grizzled young veterans got put in it because they weren't being used. They asked to be released. They told them no. They gave them a title shot. They lost. They asked to be released again. They told them no, and now they're just off TV. So
I kind of feel bad for her in this aspect of because her dad is such a fucking megastar. Like, no matter what she does, they're gonna
she
be
doesn't
like,
get a lot of hate. She's very under the radar. She's good on screen. She cuts a solid promo, which you could expect.
Sure.
She got some tips, but
I mean, she just has like I feel like her shoes are so big to fill. Like, just I hope they don't give her too much.
I'm just building for like when I sign Bray Wyatt as a free agent down the road, away from both of you guys, and I do a Joe Gacy and Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss feud when I steal Alexa Bliss somehow from you.
That ain't happening.
I don't know how.
She's my girl.
I don't know. I'll trade you.
I have a weird crush on her for being 35 years old.
Oh my
That's
god!
But
Chuck, your final pick.
All right,
You got to make these count. This is the final.
Well, if I knew that Rock's daughter was already part of this, I would have took her earlier, but I didn't know. I
Josh
forgot
was
about
too
it.
excited to take that one.
I forget.
No, I wanted Joe Gacy, so if I want to get him, I might as well take the Rock's daughter.
It makes sense. Makes
Then
sense.
I can have the Rock
Get
and
him on.
Roman on
Yeah.
NXT. It'll be great.
Why not?
I'll do that match myself.
I wonder if she ever talks to her like, "Why you give up 3 and 4? Calm down, bro.
Yeah, like I'm trying to sleep, bitch.
Calm down.
Calm down.
What are you doing? Crunches at 4:45.
You need to calm down."
Taste way.
All right, my last pick of our 2023 draft. This is very important. Very important stuff. My last pick has to be just as important as my first pick that was, in fact, KO and Sami Zayn. Because both of those are main eventers in their own right. And I believe my last pick is of this quality. You're all going to be amazed when I pick it. I haven't picked it yet. I don't know who it is yet. But
You will be amazed.
man, I don't want to pick another tag team. I feel like I've done
I
that.
have enough of those already.
And let's look at these females. You just pick Shotzi. I feel like they've already picked up. Fuck it, Natty. I'll take Natalia.
There you
That's
go.
where I was going.
She's a good.
So was I.
She's about as good as you're gonna get.
Yep.
You are gonna pick Natty?
I was.
Hell yeah!
I need somebody to train on my women in NXT. She's a very good. I think that's where she's going to go in the draft as well. I think she's going to pop up in NXT and.
She's good for that.
Yeah.
She obviously she's
Yvonne, who was your ninth pick?
very consistent.
What did I pick? No idea. I'm not even keeping track of it.
I didn't write one down either.
Sort of.
That's my half for use that Albert Baba and Abaddon girl.
Right, you took JC James.
JCJ. Yep.
All right, Yvonne, it's you again.
Last and final pick. Trish Stratus, because she count as one?
No.
Shoot.
She's technically part-time.
Ash.
I know she's on the roster, but
I don't even think that was like a live interview because it was backstage at Raw. She wasn't there. That was a recorded interview.
Well, crap. At least we tried.
yeah, sorry. She just isn't full-time.
It's all right. Indy Hartwell. I can put her and Candice LeRae together.
There you go.
They're not. The way's not going back together.
I dig it.
We need a women's tag team. And Indy and Candice.
Oh, man. Last pick's a lot of pressure.
It is. It is a lot of pressure. I agree. You got this.
Damn, we cleaned it out.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, we did all the good ones. We sure did. At least the people who I know of. I don't know NXT that well. I saw a lot
I'm
of
looking
names.
at NXT and I'm like, who the fuck would I even steal at this point?
I see a lot. I'm not sure who B-Fab is.
That's the chicken hit row.
Oh, nice. Hit row.
I'm taking Maxim Male Model.
There you go. All of them. I like
All of them. I need a funny backstage gimmick.
There you go.
Watch, Baby's going to roast me for that.
Probably.
Mansoor, what's the other guy's name?
I don't know.
So Maxine, I get the hot chick.
Yeah.
Look, and it puts her on the same show
Mace.
as
Mace.
Otis.
There you go.
So
Mace.
that storyline.
And they've been hitting that Otis being part of that,
So
right?
like now they're all together. They're one big happy fucking family.
I
So
dig
there
it.
we
They
go.
are
The 2023 RSH Draft is now complete.
completed.
I think we did a pretty good job, fellas.
We cleaned the
and ladies.
roster out.
We
I bet
did.
it was better than Wrestle Buddies draft, baby. They did one too. I bet ours was better. I bet ours was better.
I bet they picked like fucking names that nobody gives a shit about. And they're like, they're going to be awesome in 2040. It's like, guys, this is current day.
Can't draft Jay
Right.
White.
Right. Like I don't care what's going on over in New Japan with
You
19
took Natty as
year-olds.
your last one, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. I actually almost kept up. Yvonne, who's your last one?
Indy Hartwell.
Oh, same round as Johnny Gargano. That's interesting.
Are they related?
They were in this group called The Way
The Way.
together. Actually, you have all of them.
I do.
Because it was Theory, Gargano. Yep. Loomis is a free agent. Just sign him. It'll be fine. He's undrafted. And then Andy and Candace. They were called The Way. And that's they were called The Way. And that's what got Theory over to get called back up. He was so good in The Way, his acting, because they did a bunch of Gargano got like a quirky personality. And like they did a bunch of weird, like it was a weird storyline. Dexter Loomis and Indy were falling in love. It was the story.
Nice.
It was like Stephanie Triple H on Wish.
Gotcha.
Like it was the same kind of thing. Like Johnny was against it and all this shit. But anyway, they all came together as a family. Then Theory left and went to Raw. And for a month, Gargano was like, we can't find Austin. And he's like, he ain't been on NXT in a month. He's like, I heard he's been doing shit on Monday, but I can't find him on TV. So like they alluded to him.
Can't find him.
And he's like, I'm pretty sure he just lost his debut match somewhere, but I don't know where. I haven't seen him. He's like, Candace, where is he? It was pretty fun.
That's awesome. There was a cult, there is a cult by my hometown of St. Mary's called The Way. If you call it a cult,
no wonder you said why.
Dude,
called The Way.
They call it, they get pissed at you. It's a fucking cult. And whenever I go home and I drive by it, I have a couple of friends down here who
put on cult of personality.
I should. But they're like people who I like who are obsessed with cults. I have to take a picture of the sign because there's a sign that I drive by every time I go home. And it's The Way. And if you drive down their street, they get all pissy and they have like little guys and little white trucks with orange sirens coming out at you. And,
they get that.
And
they're those people.
And they rape people, I'm sure, because that's what cults do. But yeah, so that is The Way from what I know of.
That won't be on my
sorry. I had a CM Punk picture. There's him with Tamina.
Oh, hold on. Let me pull back because I have had my screen off looking at the roster.
I forgot to show the picture that took me 25 minutes to find.
Oh, there's CM Punk. Is that him at Raw?
Yep.
In Chicago?
Yep, there he is.
And I want to touch on one more thing on Raw before. Well, let's go through this real quick. We talked about this. So Backlash prediction show is next week. Yep. Baby just happens to be on the show every fucking time as a prediction show.
He does.
So Seth and Omos, which we talked about, they explained why they did it.
I do like how Seth is like, I got bigger things looking at that new title.
Yeah. He does, yep.
Zelina and Rhea.
That'd be a good one.
This match is probably going to steal the show, honestly. Theory. This is where you're going to see Bronson Reed flourish, and I really think he wins the belt here.
Do we all three? I know I have Reed. I don't have the other two. Or do I have Lashley?
You have Lashley. Yvonne has Theory.
So, okay. So it's 2 versus 1.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Bianca versus Io Sky, which you saw on Raw. Io was getting pissed at Bayley. She's like, let's make it a tag match. She's like, she wanted one-on-one.
That wasn't on my Hulu, Raw.
Yeah, it's like, she just like stared at Bayley, and then Bayley took the pin. And then Io just like stared at her after the
But I know they were hitting that earlier.
I like Bay's theory on this. So here's what he said. So he was like, he said this during his Raw recap. He said that Bayley turning on her during her match, costing her a match, is so overdone and played out. He goes, how about Bayley helps her win because she hasn't been able to beat Bianca the 5 times she's fought her.
Yep.
Sure.
Because she thinks she can beat her people. She helps her win, then attacks her. Yep. And then there's your feud with Bianca kind of added in on the side, doing whatever.
They make it too obvious.
I would like that.
Because
they make it too obvious. For
Bayley turning on hers.
It's too obvious.
I think
it is.
Everybody assumes that's what's the move's going to be.
They've been hitting at it. Yeah. So we'll I would love it to happen, but because he's the one who suggested it, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, just like Jim breaking up. Oh, so the guy that I told you threw chairs is getting cited for assault.
Yeah, that happens.
And John Cena beating Austin Theory. Yeah.
Luckily, he's already a millionaire if he's a professional NBA player. So,
but yeah, Bayley turning's too obvious. That's what we all expect. I think help Io and then cost her.
I think that's a great idea because I mean, actually, and storyline wasn't make sense because Bayley thinks she can beat her, so you help her win and then attack her, so you get a title shot because you attacked her.
Bayley helps, Io wins the belt. Bayley attacks her and just beats the crap out of her.
I love it.
And that sets up a Bayley Io Sky feud.
That'd be phenomenal. And Bayley needs to get out of this group. She just does.
And the fate of Dakota Kai, where does she stand between this?
Now that question stands: will Dakota Kai and the other chick in that tag team, what's her name?
Io Sky.
Will they be able to succeed and go forward without Bayley's name attached to it?
That's true.
Probably. I mean, I don't think they make this move if they didn't think it was time.
I think so too.
Bigger than NXT forever.
There's tension.
This caught me off guard, and I wanted to touch on it real quick. I thought it was going to be Dominic and Priest versus Bad Bunny and Ray, but I'm almost more excited. This looks like a badass poster.
It does.
Like this just looks badass. Like, so the story here is Priest helped Bad Bunny when he first got entered into the WWE circle.
People talk shit about
and that was his friend, and he helped get him they helped each other. So now Priest is going to hopefully beat him, I would think. Priest has to win this match, I would imagine. This is going to be fun. It's a street fight. It's in Puerto Rico. He said, I'm not hosting it no more. I'm going to be kicking your ass. And it was pretty cool. And he looked pretty good with the fucking Kindlestick.
He tried.
He got out there. He came from Coachella. That's why he was dressed like that. So he headlined both nights, got on a flight, flew to Raw, and
to do that.
Yeah, like dudes everywhere.
Priest is like, do you see me at Coachella?
And he's still the #1 artist on Spotify.
I don't know that. I can't believe that.
And it's been that way for 3 years.
I don't believe that's
it's the most listened to. I don't make up these things.
I feel like if I Googled it, they'd be like, nah. I want to ask. I want to ask AI.
Billie Eilish too. So.
Well, I know that.
I've let the Billie Eilish thing go.
I know they say that.
I haven't said her name for a long time.
Did you see what I tagged you in earlier?
No.
With Billie Eilish, WHIO news posted a little bit ago. Apparently, there was some crazy guy who got arrested because he was doing something crazy with a sign that said like "Free Billie Eilish."
I didn't know she was locked up.
I didn't either. But
I might have to look into that.
Crazy. If you get on Facebook, I tagged you at it. You should see it.
Oh, I didn't see anything.
See, now you know how my Twitter feels.
No,
he's a busy champion.
The Bloodline versus Riddle and KO and Zayn. And then I assume this is the main event. Cody and Brock.
That would have to be, And I think Brock's winning. I don't see Cody winning that match.
And then there it is. Backlash. Same one, Puerto Rico, Saturday.
His hair,
7:30.
I do not believe that he is the most listened to on Spotify for the last year.
I'm
not saying that you're lying. I don't think you're lying. I'm just saying, I'm sure they're saying that. I just don't believe it's true. I've never heard of this guy until WWE. American. I am American, but Puerto Rico is a small place. It's a small territory of America. It's not the vocalist of it's not the world's
second. He's 3 million behind Drake.
Drake?
It's Drake, Bad Bunny, and Taylor Swift are the top 3.
I think T Swift should be 1, my opinion.
Drake.
Well, this is the chart as of 3 days ago. So most streamed artists on Spotify. So 1 is Drake. 2 is Bad Bunny.
Does Bad Bunny even speak English?
Somewhat. He got a nice promo. Listen, The Weeknd's 4, Ed Sheeran's 5, Bieber's 6, Ariana Grande's 7.
Bieber's still on the list? No, this is like a 2015 list.
No, this list was made. This list was updated 4 days ago.
Billie Eilish is 13.
Billie Eilish is.
I thought Justin Bieber was dead.
Eminem is 8.
Well, yeah, he's old.
BTS is 9. Post Malone is 10. J Balvin, who the fuck that is, 11. Kanye's 12. Billie Eilish is 13.
Wow.
Coldplay's 14. I'll just do the top 20 real quick. Juice WRLD, God Rest His Soul, is 15.
He's still good. Good for him.
Hey, dude, he still got music coming out.
Good for him. Yeah,
I love Juice WRLD. Anyway, Dia Lupa's 16. Imaginary Dragons are 17. I call them that. I call them that because remember that Impractical Jokers episode they were on, and Joe kept calling them the Imaginary Dragons on accident. They're getting pissed. I know what they're called. Rihanna 18, Ozuna, and some dude with a lot of X's in his name at 20. So yeah, Bad Bunny's pretty fucking big.
I don't believe that. I think WB paid Spotify to throw his name in there.
All right. So you want to get before you go, you want to hear about what Vince is getting sued for?
Yeah, sure, I do.
All right. World Wrestling Entertainment and Vince McMahon are being sued by former writer over offensively racist and stereotypical jargon. I don't know what that word means.
Jargon, I guess.
In his scripts. The complaint was filed on April 24th in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of New York on behalf of Brittany Abrams. Abrams is a black woman who worked for WWE SmackDown and Monday Night Raw in 2020. According to the complaint, she said the use of racist and stereotypical language in scripts for black wrestlers like Apollo Crews and Bianca Belair. The scripts included Belair to say, don't make me take off my earrings and beat that ass. And Crews to say, stereotypical and exaggerated Nigerian accent.
Remember that.
Abrams said her complaints were ignored. She claimed she witnessed racist pitch while on the Slack thread. Remember that with the Buzz? We had that Slack thing.
Yep.
And Cody McMahon and his daughter Stephanie, even after she issued
a complaint. So WWE use Slack too?
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh yeah,
we used to use that.
We did.
Apparently we weren't that far away. All right. Abrams said one pitch included having a black wrestler dress in drag. She claimed that only after a white colleague said the move could it's a bad look. And they're like, okay, never mind. Another story was to have a Muslim wrestler's secret be that he was behind 9/11.
Muhammad Hassan?
Mustafa Ali.
Oh,
so
you guys remember Mustafa?
Yeah,
Hassan,
they've done that. Yeah, according to the report, Abrams and other writers complained, but
behind 9/11.
Yeah, that was going to be their
22 years later.
That was their secret.
Oh, that's good shit.
Abrams ended up being fired by WWE in April of 2022 for taking a WrestleMania 32 branded chair from the event. She claimed retaliation as she continued to object to the racist and sexist story ideas.
That's like retaliation.
She said the practice of taking chairs was common and that white male wrestlers were not punished for it.
Yeah.
She is seeking reinstatement, damages, declaratory. Why would she want reinstatement? They're going to hate her. Declaratory judgment and an injunction restraining defendants from engaging in such unlawful conduct. This lawsuit comes as the man rejoined the board earlier this year after retiring last year after sexual assault obligations. This
sounds like Vince.
Yeah, it does.
He got sued again too. Hold on.
Yeah.
UFC and WWE are getting sued.
He's a clown, dude. He really is a clown.
All right. One more, then we're done. There's one more lawsuit that came out today. So you know.
I love it.
So this one is about the merger.
Nice.
All right. So WWE and the UFC is merging under Endeavor. No shit. We've been there. All right. A new lawsuit is being set up to stop it. According to the press release by Julie and Hallman, LLP, a law firm representing shareholders, they're currently examining the potential acquisition of WWE and expressed their intent to pursue legal matter. You may fill the full press release. Well, okay. Share writers. Okay. Where's the fucking why? Endeavor is a global. Okay. Following the merger, which is expected to close in the second half of 2023, existing Endeavor shareholders are on 51%. No shit. All right. They're investigating potential legal claims regarding the fairness of the merger terms and potential conflicts of interest. Among other things, Silver Lake may have interest. Yeah. So fucking over the shareholders, I think, is what this is. It's a $1 billion bill. The government, I don't think it's going to go anywhere from what I see. I think the racist one might. I don't want to be a dick, but I hope this is enough to just push him out where he's like, all right, dude,
all day.
I just can't
get rid of it.
I can't catch a break. I tried. I sold my company, but the issue is Endeavor wants him there.
Well, fuck Endeavor. I don't care what they want. Get him out.
Silent partner, just fade away, Vince. This is your time.
I mean, the fact is, it's hard to. You can't argue any of that. From all the shit we've seen over the years, that's hard to argue.
No, especially in the Attitude Era.
Right.
Because he went there a lot.
Yeah.
What, man? He dropped it. And Booker T said, tell me he didn't. And he wore a do-rag and shit. Yeah. He is the EACW champion. Dropping the N-word with an A on it. But he was doing that shit every week.
Because Vince doesn't get it. He's been so rich for so long, he doesn't get real life.
Well, anything he does, he can pay him as well.
Exactly.
He can pay his way out.
Exactly. And then retaliation is a big deal when it comes to corporate stuff. And if she was fired for something like that silly after running her mouth, that's probably his retaliation. Get rid of fucking Vince. I'm not gonna sit here and talk shit about Vince. Whatever. He's probably a douchebag, sure. But he made the company what it is. He's a rich motherfucker. Let him fucking sit there and be rich. The fact is, he can't handle it because he's a psychopath. So he needs to be in charge, no matter how rich he fucking is. So just get the fuck rid of him so the product can continue to grow. Because evolution has just passed Vince by. So bye, Vince. Bye. Out. Go away. Yeah. And let the company grow better. Because Vince is always going to be the past at this point in time. He just is. You can't grow anymore. You can't handle it. There's always going to be racist, sexist shit around Vince McMahon's fucking name until the dude dies. That's it.
I got nothing to add to that. I think we ended that. Yep. Goodbye. Yeah, that's really it.
Hope you enjoyed the show.
Bay's here next week.
Hell yeah.
Prediction show.
From Wrestle Buddy. Be sure to check out all the Wrestle Buddy podcasts and or writings that you both do. All good stuff. All the podcasts that, what's his name? He's in the show this week. That Bay does.
Yeah,
always good shit.
Check out all his shit.
And be sure to check out SJP World Media because that's where we are going to be as well. You're there right now. And all the other good shows. Some are wrestling, some are not. All kinds of stuff, including Seinfeld, I think. So good variety. And if you did not enjoy the show, that's on you for still listening. And until the next time, continue to fear regularly scheduled hostilities.